We're seeing a lot of migrations of birds these days. You're not seeing the sun disk as far as I know. You're seeing a lot of haze. But maybe the sun disk is there now at 6:13. It's possible. It probably is. But before that it was kind of a red, but the sun didn't seem to be behind it. Let me zoom in here a little bit. There we go. There's an interesting story about a steward that causes people some questions, like Jesus teaching people to be a cheater. And there's an interesting light also in this story about some other pieces of the gospel. And basically we have a guy who's the head steward of his Lord, and he's going to be fired for bad management. Happens in companies, happens in businesses, happens in communities. The person isn't able to handle the administration properly. So this guy has the authority to reduce the debt of the clients and debtors of the king or the lord or the owner, the one who has dominion. So he is the steward of the dominion of his master. And that helps us to understand a few things about his powers and the powers of a steward. It's a word that shows up in other places. So when we read in Luke chapter 8 that Mary Magdalene, she's the first one mentioned of the women who support Jesus from their substance. And the next woman is, I'm not sure if the list varies sometimes, Susanna and Johanna. And Johanna is listed as the wife of Chusa, the steward of Herod. And that's very interesting, because that means the steward of Herod has the same kind of ability and prerogatives, that he actually runs the whole deal for Herod. So sometimes we might need that little connection to understand the vocabulary of the New Testament. What's a steward? Like you have a stewardess on an airplane. Well, she doesn't decide the price of the cigarettes. And thanks be to God, they won't be serving cigarettes on airplanes, I think. Or maybe they do, they sell this duty-free stuff, you know. And with the steward or the stewardess in an airplane, they don't have that kind of authority. So as Herod's steward is more like the guy we have in this parable today. And then we have another story up in Caesarea Philippi, when Jesus gives Peter the keys of the kingdom, which also is mentioned in the Old Testament, and my memory doesn't drag up the name right now, but Shebna, was it Shebna? But he was going to be replaced as the chief steward. And the term that's used is actually the keys of the kingdom were taken from him and they were given to another. So this language is interesting. Different cultures and different times have different terms, but realities remain much the same, and it's the title that's given to them. So if the guy's called the big boss or the king or the owner, they are very similar. I think we're very close up to our Egyptian geese here. Quack, quack, quack. Quack, 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 quack. Yeah, there are 5 chicks. No, the other one's not one of them. The other one's a different bird. Quack, 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 quack. Quack, quack, quack. You're okay, you don't have to go out to the water. There you have the little chicks. So that's an interesting little insight from today's parable, because this guy has complete dominion of the assets of the kingdom. And then what he does with them is another story, and it's morally reprehensible because he's not the owner, he is the steward. Actually, there's another parable that comes to mind now as well that's in the same line, and it is the fellow that goes off traveling and he leaves his stuff to servants, and one he gives 10, another he gives 5, another he gives 2 or 1. The parable of the talents. And they have a role of stewardship. They're supposed to be good stewards with what's entrusted to them. People, I hope you don't mind me looking at the green grass a lot, because it reminds me of Ireland. And there's not too much green grass around here in these times. This is obviously abundant water so that it can flourish in this climb. Especially this time of the year to find green grass, because there hasn't been recent rain in abundance. You see up there, that's a sign that there's no green grass, and the cows graze up there. Not much to graze now. And there's quite a difference. And Jesus does that in another text as well, when he says the children of darkness are more astute than the children of light. That sometimes we're a little foolish, a little naive, a little dumb. Because if you really believe that heaven exists and that we're going to go to heaven, but we behave like we think all that exists is this world. And so there you have a problem. The children of darkness are more astute than the children of light. Many times we believers are a little bit late coming into the game to spread the good news, to live in true discipleship, to know how to trade the things of this world for the kingdom of heaven. Others are brilliant at it. They use all their talents to build the kingdom of heaven, to build up people forever. It's really what good parents do for their children. They put everything into their children. They don't live self-centered lives. They live other-centered lives, centered on the children entrusted to their care. To build up others, to build up kindness and goodness. Isn't that a marvelous way to live? And in that sense we see a great proximity and closeness between the first reading and the gospel text today, because we see somebody who's totally on fire to do good, to bring light to people, to teach, to inspire, to lift up, and to go far and wide to do it. And actually, in his particular case, it was amazingly difficult, and he experienced tons of resistance. Tons of resistance. He was stoned and left for dead 5 times. He was scourged 40 minus 1 5 times. Maybe I got one of the numbers wrong in terms of the stoning. Was it 5 times? He was driven out of town. He had to escape. He was lowered in a basket from a city. He was shipwrecked. And the only purpose that was moving him to get into all these situations was to do good for others. Isn't that amazing? I find that incredible. Absolutely amazing. How to use our opportunities, our relationships, how to bless them with goodness, how to charge them with goodness, how to fill them with the maximum goodness. Like the grandma when the children are leaving and she gives them more candies and take this as well, and you need this scarf, it's cold, and do this, and here's that, and big hug and waving, and like a total generosity. The difference a generous person makes in so many people's lives. I think we're pretty good for today, people. The Lord has revealed to the nations his saving powers, our psalm. But he doesn't reveal it like just with the sunrise. He reveals it through the hearts of people who are sunrises in the lives of others. That's the saving power, to turn a human being that's selfish into a human being that's living for others. That's where the Lord really reveals his saving power, so that we can be truly in his image no matter what our history has been. People, let's leave it like that for today. God bless you. See you later, alligators. May you be transformed by grace to be a splendid sunrise today. Even if you have a headache, even if you're tired, if you feel you're getting old, be a sunrise. You can start off with prayers. You don't have to fix your hair to do that. God bless you. See you later, alligators.